I love seeing the inside of your offices.
Oh, thanks. Yeah.
And you're like me. You're a Superman fan. Now, is that you? Is that you?
No, I mean, look, I'm actually a huge Superman fan. I learned, when I got to the U.S. as a kid, I immigrated here. Comic books is actually one of the ways I actually learned English.
Yeah.
You can look at the pictures and everything else, and so I've always been a huge comic fan and a huge Superman fan. Truth, justice, and the American way. So, yeah. Even my campaign logo was like a Superman logo.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. What is this? Is this NASCAR? What is that?
Oh, that's just that's a race. We have a bunch of races in Long Beach, and so we celebrate races. Yeah.
Gotcha. Well, let's walk around. Show me around the Capitol. Let's talk. Hey, so right now, everyone just got back. You guys left early because of Mike Johnson, the House Speaker. So my question is, once you get back, everything is still Epstein. He thought that he would, diminish the interest, and that did not happen.
No, I mean, look, I think Mike Johnson wanted to get rid of everyone out of town because he thought somehow that the Epstein thing would go away, and it's bigger than ever. I mean, the reality is that there's no question now that this is a massive White House cover-up. Pam Bondi's involved. You don't spend your entire campaign saying, I'm going to release the Epstein files, and then don't release them.
Yeah.
And I think that what's really clear is that he knows that he's in the files. Pam Bondi has told the president, you are in the files multiple times. That's been reported, and now he doesn't want to release them. And so we have a lot of questions, and I think the public has a right to know why the president flip-flopped, and now why is Mike Johnson and Republicans playing cover and trying to give him the cover so the files don't get released.
You were in, so you guys are trying to, you have a vote to release the files, right?
Yeah, yes. I mean, there's been, the process has gone two ways. I mean, one is we took a vote in a subcommittee of oversight.
A discharge.
Yeah, the discharge petition. The
yeah.
petition is to force an actual vote to actually go onto the floor. And so we already have a subpoena for the files through a committee, but it's important to get the entire Congress on record, and it's stronger if it's a law by the whole Congress. And so we have a bipartisan, essentially, petition on the floor that has to get enough signatures so that majority, so that it goes directly to a vote of the floor. Right now, we are short just a couple Republicans. We've had 4 Republicans sign it. All Democrats are going to sign it. Need 2 more.
And then
it goes to a vote.
Motion.
Yeah, then it's a motion. But you can't say, oh, I'm for transparency or I'm for disclosure, and then not vote to support the release of the file. So it's total hypocrisy.
What is it? It seems crazy to me that he was the one who I think he was the first person to bring it up by mentioning like Bill Clinton back in the day and the Epstein files. He said it's gonna be interesting to him. And then now he's all of a sudden saying, no. That's gotta be odd even to his supporters.
Well, I think what's especially also crazy about it is that we have also said, we've said very clearly, we don't really care what political party you're in. I could care less who's in the Epstein files. If you've actually caused harm to women or to young girls, then you should be exposed. And so whatever political party you're in, however much power you have, how much wealth you have, all of those things shouldn't matter. And I think that these girls deserve justice at the end of the day.
Yeah. Let's walk in here. Let's take a seat and chill out. Or wait, we can go around here, right?
Yeah, we can.
Okay, let's walk around a little bit. So, do you think that you'll ever see those files unredacted, that the American people will?
I do.
You do?
I think for 2 reasons. One is they have to actually, the subpoena is airtight. I mean, they have to comply. Now they're trying to postpone, they're trying to push back, but I think that they know that they have to comply with the subpoena. But more importantly than that is we know of hundreds and hundreds of agents, FBI agents, others, that have all interacted with these files, that have all put them together. There are too many people at the Department of Justice, career people, that have worked on this project and have worked on trying to get to putting together the truth. And we've talked to some of them.
Yeah.
The snowball is too large now.
Support comes from Delete Me. Look, I have been in the public eye for a very long time, and one thing that I've learned is that your personal data is always at risk of being exposed, sold, or used against you. Now, even if you're not a journalist or a public figure, your name, your phone number, your home address, even details about your family can be bought online by anyone. that can lead to scams, harassment, and identity theft. Now, I've had moments where people dug up more information about me than I was comfortable with, and I can tell you it is unsettling. Privacy isn't just a luxury, it is protection. So Delete Me makes it easy and safe to remove your personal information from data broker sites that profit off of your family. They do the heavy lifting for you, scouring the web, submitting opt-out requests, and keeping your data from resurfacing. So take control of your privacy and keep your life private with Delete Me. And right now, you can get 20% off your plan just for being a listener. Text DON to 64000 to get started. That's DON, D-O-N, to 64000. Message and data rates may apply. Support comes from Mint Mobile. Now, listen, nothing kills summer vibes faster than opening up a wireless bill that looks like a second rent payment. Now, your phone should be connecting you, not draining your wallet. That's why I love what Mint Mobile is doing. With Mint, you get the same reliable coverage and high-speed data that you're used to, but for a fraction of the cost. And right now, they're offering new customers 3 months of unlimited premium wireless for just $15 a month. My team has tried it out, and you wouldn't even know the difference between the big carriers and this one. Calls are crystal clear, data is fast, and the service is every bit as strong as those big carriers. The only difference? The price. So this year, don't break the bank for your phone bill. Make the smart switch. Go to mintmobile.com and grab 3 months of unlimited premium wireless for just $15 a month. That's mintmobile.com/Don Lemon, mintmobile.com/Don Lemon. I need to tell you that an upfront payment of $45 is required. Limited time offer for new customers only. Taxes and fees are extra, so see Mint Mobile for details. Thanks to all of our sponsors.
I think at this point, those files are going to get released. As far as what's in them or what's redacted is another question. So my concern is, are we going to get the complete files, or are they going to hide something? And more importantly, are we going to get files that are so redacted that all the information about who's actually the perpetrators won't actually be available to the public?
We saw you at the press conference today with the victims. I think that you guys had a smaller private meeting with them last night, correct? Did you attend?
I did. We spent about 2.5 hours, 3 hours with them yesterday. Because they were sharing their stories, and it was honestly very heartbreaking. It was hard to listen to kind of the violence, the sexual violence. A lot of them were essentially teenagers and young girls when this happened. And to hear them and their agony, their tears, their anger was both infuriating, and yet the courage they showed was also like motivational or inspirational to keep doing this work. These men that did this, and Jeffrey Epstein, and he ran an international sex trafficking organization that targeted young girls and basically sold young girls to very powerful men. Why is it that we don't know the names of any of these men?
That's what I've been at. Why? And why?
Because there has been a massive cover-up to protect these men, not just for the last year, but for decades. And it involves a variety of levels of government. We know there's information at the FBI, at the CIA, all throughout the Department of Justice. And it's time to get these files out. And if you have the President of the United States, the sitting president, say, as a campaign promise, we're going to get this out, and then flip-flop, then the question asks, what is actually he hiding?
Do you talk to your Republican colleagues? You said you have several, which is interesting. Congressman Ro Khanna said, I've never given a press conference with Marjorie Taylor Greene. Yeah. But, I don't want to disparage her because I think she's on the right side this time. I was going to say broken clock, but she's actually doing something I believe that this time is the right thing to do.
This time it's the right thing to do, and there are some Republicans that want to do the right thing. I think that Trump right now personally has the White House calling members, telling them not to sign the petition. Yeah. They are in full panic mode about this getting out, and they're doing everything they can to stop the full release. Not necessary.
Yeah, they're saying it's, I don't know, I think it's an act of betrayal. I forget the exact language, but yeah,
that's right. I mean, it's crazy that they are hiding the truth from the American public. So.
So let's talk about the emotional part. Someone else who's doing the right thing, I believe. You never know what side they're going to actually do. But I saw Nancy Mace yesterday. Apparently, she left your meeting. She was. I saw her in front of the building, and she was in full blown. She was having a panic attack and an episode, and we had videotape of it. She said, "Don't, please respect my privacy." And we did respect your privacy. But I said, I think there should be transparency because this will be triggering for everyone. Imagine how the Epstein victims feel about this.
She was there. I mean, Nancy Mace was in the room when the women were sharing their stories, and so it was clear that it was having an impact on her, and quite frankly, it had an impact on a lot of people. And it's obviously I saw some of those images, so it was always hard to see when someone is struggling that way. But the stories are real. They are being re-traumatized every time they hear about the story in the news because they have yet to actually get any justice. Yeah. And so they themselves have said, and look, and I'll share one thing. One thing was also really clear. One of their key messages today, yesterday, this week has been, why is Ghislaine Maxwell getting the special treatment? And these women were essentially trafficked or groomed by Ghislaine Maxwell. Yet this woman is getting special treatment by the Trump Justice Department, moved to essentially a prison club where she has the ability to roam around and has much more free movement. When she is responsible largely for the trafficking of underage girls, herself has committed sexual violence on some of these women, and yet the Department of Justice is giving her the ability for her to tell her story, for her to meet with Donald Trump's former personal lawyer, Todd Blanche, and in some cases,
not push back,
and in some cases she's being lionized by the right. She is a monster. She is
a victim. They say that she was
insane.
It's insane. No, the right-wing media, I've heard it.
She's a monster.
Yeah. So Democrats and people who believe in democracy, they may not be Democrats, it could be independents or Republicans, they're wondering, is this going to be the issue? Are Democrats going to allow themselves to be distracted by whatever the latest Trump distraction du jour is, or is this what you're going to focus on? Because I believe that we can walk into, or you guys can walk and chew gum at the same time. You can focus on this and other things. Yeah. But
Yeah.
People are like, do something, guys, stand up for us.
Yeah, but this issue, that's why the Oversight Committee exists. It's our job to investigate, to hold the administration accountable. And so it is the Oversight Committee's job to investigate this case and to work on the release of these files, and we are not going to give up on that.
What do you want the American people to know about this case, why it's important, and why the White House is in the Trump administration, why they're hiding? What do you know? What do you want folks to know? Maybe there's something you've never said before that you wanted to say.
Look, I think obviously there's a lot of information that we have. Some of it is private because of the victims and what they want released at this moment. What I will say is this. There are probably close to or just over 1,000 women and girls that have been impacted by Jeffrey Epstein, Ghislaine Maxwell, and other men and people that have been involved in this sex trafficking, violence, and organization that they set up. It involves every level of government. The layers of lies and how folks have tried to make this go away stretches not just to this country, but foreign, perhaps it is involvement of foreign actors in this, and you've heard that from some of the victims and folks. And what's the most important thing is that when you have Jeffrey Epstein say that Donald Trump was my best friend for 15 years, when you have, as one of the victims said, a picture of Donald Trump that used to sit on Jeffrey Epstein's desk, that all he did was talk about Donald Trump, the question begs, if someone is so close to you for so long, and you are a convicted, well-known sex trafficker of children and girls, and now you're the president of the United States, I think there are some questions that need to be asked. And now that Donald Trump wants this to all go away, calling this a hoax today, he called it a hoax, we're not going to stop. That to me is a massive red flag. And I think that Donald Trump owes the American public some answers.
Are you hopeful? Are you optimistic or pessimistic about America's future?
That's a hard question. I'm generally feeling really, I think, scared for the country. I think like everyone, I think we are in a very, very dark moment in our country's history where you have a president that's destroying our institutions, destroying what people know as facts and the truth, wants to be a king and stay in power. And so it's hard sometimes to be optimistic, but I do think that there are fighters that are now coming to the table. People understand the stakes. I see more and more people taking to the streets, so it is giving me optimism. Like I do believe in this country. I think we are better than our president, and so I am hopeful for the future in that way.
Thank you, Congressman.
Thank you.
Thanks everyone for watching. Your support means the world to us. So make sure you hit the like button and you subscribe to our channel to make sure that you never ever miss a video. We're live every day, 10 a.m. Eastern time. We drop even more content at 2 p.m. Eastern and 5 p.m. Eastern. And if you want more Don Lemon Show content, we'd love for you to become a member of the Lemon community, where you will receive access to special community posts. You'll get exclusive content and members-only live shows. So head over to our channel page or click the join button on this video. Again, thank you for watching. We appreciate your love and your support, and we will see you next time.